Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. We are Baltimore Positive, positively getting the Maryland Crab Cake Tour out on the road. It's summertime. I'm feeling a little breezy. We got World Cup going on. We got the NBA and the NHL done. The Orioles are on the West Coast this week. I'll be at Sorrento of Arbutus this week on Wednesday. I will have the Maryland Treasure Scratch Offs. I keep holding the Ocean City one up because the weather's getting better, but I haven't felt beachy. I mean, it was 68 degrees when I was in LA on the beach last week in Manhattan Beach. I couldn't get in. But I am waiting to get a little beachy around here. Our friends at GBMC keeping us safe and well as our friends at Farnham and Dermer. You see me wear the fun. I feel like John Miller, Oriole broadcaster, Giants broadcaster, ESPN broadcaster John Miller in this. They are the comfort guys. I must say, Zach Dermer, this is a very comfortable shirt. And I don't know if it's the American Standard heating and air conditioning logo on the other side or not, but like you got me this weird, colorful shirt and you're making me wear it. And I
There you
look
go.
it looks like the Orioles might be in second place when I wear this shirt because it's so bright and orange, right?
It's festive. It looks good on you. So
What do you got there? Is that a red? What are you
yeah,
doing
it's a
there?
red. Yeah, not quite as spiffy as yours, but
I don't know. That's pretty dressy. That's pretty.
right. It's
This is
church attire.
very. I'm going to the Oriole game and I'm looking for an Oriole Hawaiian shirt. Look,
There you go. Yeah,
I don't
we'll do a
know. I
little
like it.
giveaway.
It's fine with me. How are things, man? How's your summer? I mean,
Good.
busy. We had a couple of days where it was 100 degrees, but like not so much. And like Bill Cole in the roofs, he's like,
Yep.
we don't cheer for the bad weather, but when it comes, it keeps our business going. And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
with you, the heating, air conditioning thing, when someone's ish breaks on a hot day, the mistake was not calling you in the offseason, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to source this, but I'm just
Yep.
trying to say if it's broken and you haven't been serviced since 2018, it's kind of on you, right?
Yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
this is before we get into sports with you and me and your family and all their
Yep.
business and our sponsorship, the biggest thing is it's working today. When is the last time you had it serviced? That's what you want to know when it's going to
Yep.
be 92 degrees, right?
Oh, absolutely. And the weather we're having, I mean, it's so up and down. You gotta. The minute you have an issue, it's not going to get better. You call us, we'll take care of it. Don't wait until it's 110 degrees. And
All right. Yeah. So
so
So that's it. We can talk sports. Just give them a call, 410-367-7777, or find them online. Farnham and Dermer. Hard to say, easy to get to you. They are the comfort guys. All right. So where are you in the whole sports thing here? You want to talk football? You want to talk baseball? Which one you want today?
yeah, I mean, hopefully some baseball West Coast. Yeah, it's not the weather here in Maryland. We're like the birds, just up and down. It's
I
pretty.
hope you're doing better on calls than they've done here recently. They are under
Yeah, no, no,
500.
yeah. We're batting above 500, but yeah, I mean, it's tough. Every time they get win 3 games in a row, they just they lose 4.
The
So it's
Gunnar
just
Henderson thing for me, I started to write about it on Sunday. I'm probably going to
uh,
put a column this up at some point today, because other people are writing about it, and I'm like, wow, of all the things we were talking about, Luke and I, on Monday morning after the weekend with the Padres and Manny Machado and him
yep,
getting away and Chris Davis's money and who's going to get the money. Boy, the fact that Gunnar Henderson's lost it for the
yeah,
last 60 days is stunning to me. I could see Alonso being streaky. I mean, what happened to
sure,
Rutschman the last couple of years has been
yeah,
befuddling as well. But this Henderson, this trench he's in at
yeah.
this point, I feel like whenever he gets out of it, look out. Because if the Orioles are going to win 12 of 14 or something like that, it's going to be when he goes on a tear and hits 8 home runs in a week because
Oh, it
he's
needs to be.
capable of doing that.
Yep,
I just, I mean, I saw the Eddie Murrays and, the Palmera, the really good players,
sure.
the guys that are consistent the way he's been at the early part of his career.
Yep,
I'm just shocked that this has happened to him, that he's found himself in this trench. And I'm not saying I hope he hits himself. I feel like he will. And I feel
yeah,
like whenever that happens, there will be an awakening for the franchise because, dude, let's be honest. We talk about all these players you want. He's their best player.
yeah. No, he's supposed to be the superstar, and I don't know if you call this a slump. Yeah, how long it's been going on for.
I call it a trench.
Yeah, I mean it's puzzling. I mean, he just doesn't look great. Yeah, I was looking at it this morning. Leody Taveras has a higher OPS than him. That's
Now, who would have
not.
bet on that April
Yeah,
1st?
exactly. I mean, and Colton Cowser's catching up, and look at the April that Colton Cowser had. So I mean, it's Gunner's gotta start performing. You know, if we want any chance to
Well, there's a
succeed.
ceiling on Gunnar Henderson. I don't know where the ceiling is on Colton Cowser. And I
Yeah,
guess we all have changed where our ceiling could be on Adley Rutschman based on the last year and a half, but
sure.
he looks like he's back.
Yeah,
Alonso looks like it's coming on. The
yep,
pitching even looks like it could be coming on. But all that
yeah,
being said, the defense beyond all of this, as an organizational fire Mike Elias. Maybe this is the last time you and I got together. I wrote my fire
yep,
Mike Elias piece. The lack of attention to defense in this organization, top to bottom, in this
yeah,
administration, for what I see on a nightly basis. Your pitching can be good, but if routine ground balls are being thrown into the dugout and you're giving the team 4 outs,
yeah.
2 or 3 innings a game, you're going to pay for that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they need to be better across the board. I mean, it's just it's a long season. We're close to halfway in.
I don't think they can be better defensively. That's the part.
Yeah,
Like, I'm convinced Henderson's going to hit the ball. I'm
yeah.
not
He's
really convinced he's going to be a great shortstop ever.
no, he's not a great shortstop. But what's the solution? I mean, at shortstop, anyways. You have
Well, I
Gunner.
mean, Jackson Holiday was a shortstop. Kobe
I
Mayo
know.
was a short. I mean,
True.
that is the that's the Elias playbook, right? That's a Major
Yep.
League Baseball playbook, right? Is
Sure.
draft shortstops and center fielders, and
Yep.
you wind up with athletes, right? That
Yeah.
you can move. You have flexibility to move a
Sure.
shortstop to second base or third base, which is what Jackson Holiday did.
Yep.
Westberg at third base. We thought that was locked down. That's not locked down now. A lot of questions, and I think more than that over the next 6 weeks, it's that, and forget Lock and Fora, who's been firing Elias for about 3 years now.
Sure.
I've been firing Elias for a year, ever
Yep.
since he fired the manager and hid.
Oh
I
yeah, that
mean,
was
you
that
fire
was
the
terrible.
manager and you hide. You're not a
Yeah, just
leader.
man up and
You're
just
just
talk
you're
to the
just
people.
not. There's no coming back from that for
No.
me. That was
Yep.
poor. And
Sure.
Mike Elias is poor. I mean, I'll
Yep.
say that on, like, front facing for an empty stadium in this organization, working on his second ownership group,
Yep.
he's going to get fired. He is. I mean, it might not
Yeah.
happen today, tomorrow, might not even happen at the end of this year because the owner looks like Mr. Magoo at this point. But
Yeah.
for me, it's not good enough, and the philosophy's not good enough. And it's John Angelos's guy. I think we're in a weird borrowed time. And I think these next 6 weeks, and I probably should write about this at the end of this road trip, see how they do.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, whatever direction they're going to take, this trading deadline, the value that Rutschman and Henderson currently have that they'll never
Sure.
have in the trading market again, and
Yep.
whether that means they can win the World Series next year or the year after before they. That's why the Machado thing was so interesting to me, because they rode him to the end. They
Yep.
never offered him a contract. And again, these are the Angelos people. They have a clue.
Yeah. You didn't
But
expect a contract,
they
but
completely
yeah,
mismanaged his value
100%. Yep.
as a popped superstar,
Yeah.
as opposed to what Heston Kjerstad, Colton Cowser, those
Sure.
guys are worthless. No
Oh yeah.
offense. Like,
No,
they're
at this
not.
point.
They're, and I don't know where Henderson is. If they
Yeah.
were to deal him with an OPS less than Leody Taveras, not that they're
Yeah.
going to deal him, but they better get their ish together for what their vision is going to be, Mr. Moneybags and
Yep.
Hot Dog Runner, because this isn't going. When's the last time you went to the ballpark? You going down?
So I was there. You were at the game too. It was the doubleheader. I forgot. Was it the
The
Astros who
Astros
played?
doubleheader.
I was there for the first game. I think you
I
mentioned
was
you were
at the
there for the
second. You
second
saw the
game.
good one. I saw the last one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's just something needs to change. And if we go on this West Coast swing, if we go 3-6,
It's over.
it then what happened? I mean, do you consider trading Gunner? I mean, is that craziness to? I don't know.
And
It's
if you're considering trading him, why are you letting Mike Elias do it?
yeah.
That was the Dan Duquette thing. Dan Duquette
Yeah.
was already fired when he traded Manny Machado, right?
Yep.
Remember, Machado showed up in D.C., talked to me, wound up in a Dodgers uniform for a week and a half, right?
Yep.
Right around that trading deadline,
Yeah.
right around the All-Star break. I mean, Dean Kramer and what was that guy's name, that the outfielder that never y'all I don't even remember his name. He had a funny
I'm not.
name. He never made it. He was the linchpin in the deal. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't recall.
I don't remember. I'll look it up in a minute.
Yeah, it'll come to you.
Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
It's like Juan Bell. It doesn't
Yep.
matter. Juan Bell
Sure.
was the Eddie Murray guy that
Okay.
never made it.
Yeah.
Before your time, but that's all right.
Yep.
I'm wondering the philosophy of the whole thing. The whole thing. What's this going to be other than an all-star game for Katie?
Yeah,
Which
seriously.
is coming, right? But
Yep.
I saw the national TV game last week, and when a stadium looks empty, the soul looks empty. And
Yeah.
the national people don't shoot it the way the Masson people shoot it. The
No.
Masson people, Peter turned this on 15 years ago, told
Yep.
Rockabacco and all them, we don't want empty
Zoom
seats
in.
anywhere in the
Sure.
picture ever.
Yep. It's
And
all optics.
Fox comes in or Major League Baseball comes in and they
Yep.
shoot it like a regular game. And
Yeah.
all you see is just that there are 8,000 people in the stadium. And it breaks my heart, Zach. It really
Yeah.
does. Like I want them to be more effective than they've been. But this is really about these next 6 weeks. Compete, not compete, doesn't matter. They're not winning
Yep.
the World Series this year.
No.
What are they doing to raise the bar for the organization over the next 5 years with these
Yep.
assets that they have? And they have a depressed asset right now in Henderson.
Yeah. Well, there's no two ways about that. So it'll be interesting to see. It could go the opposite way. I mean, things could start clicking, and if they go 6-3 on this road trip, then we're talking a little bit differently. But it's so up and down. It's just so hard for them to find a rhythm right now.
What's it like to be young and be able to stay up late?
About that, I do not stay up late. I am not going to be watching these West Coast games.
Oh, so you bag out. You're a box score looker.
I'll fire up the Twitter machine in the morning and see what the score is. But no, I'm to sleep usually by close to 9.
Sometimes I do wonder how many people are awake, and I often wondered that. I took phone calls here back when you were a young guy, and I would often wonder when they would take these, 2003, they'd go off to the West Coast, and I'm wondering who's calling the show tomorrow, and did they really stay up and watch the game? Because it's hard to stay up late every night with this week. They have an afternoon game on Wednesday this week. Same thing next week when they get to LA. And you're coming by the way. By the way, we're doing the show next week. By the way, Zach Dermer is our guest. He is Farnan and Dermer, the Comfort guys. He's an Oriole and Raven guy. Tell everybody about your business and about the 150 years and family and crazy uncles and dads and all the stuff you got going on out there.
Not quite 150, not yet, but at that time my boys will be running the show. But yeah, we're heating and air conditioning guys.
How many? 100 and what? How many?
124.
I said 150. I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
all right, 120.
Yeah, been around a long time.
The country's only been here 250, and I noticed that. I knew that when I saw the guys fighting in the cage the other night. I'm like,
yeah, there you go.
Let's celebrate.
It's a reminder.
Let's celebrate. It's 250. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, but we've been around a long time. We're family-owned, family operator. You call and you talk to one of either myself, my dad, or my uncle, and we take care of whatever you need. Heating, air conditioning. If you need a new system, if you need a repair, maintenance plans. We also do plumbing. We help. Yeah, Nestor out with some plumbing at his house. I mean,
it's not sexy work, believe me.
No, it's not.
And there's nothing sexy when your wife calls you and says, "There's water coming in. Call Zach. Call the Comfort guys."
Yep.
And I'm like, and then you're there in an hour, and she figured I had to turn the master breaker off, and next thing you know, we're not.
Yeah.
I do have a stain on the carpet from the flood.
Yeah. Well, it's actually funny, but not funny. I mean, we were at the beach this past weekend. You mentioned Ocean City earlier. My wife.
Ocean City, or are you one of those Delaware guys?
No. Ocean City.
All right.
Yeah. So we're down at the ocean this past weekend. I come home. It was late Sunday night. It was 10:30, 11 o'clock. We're all tired. The kids are mostly asleep. We're trying to transfer them to their cribs and beds and whatever. I go down in the basement. We have 2 cats, scooping the cat litter box, and I hear drip, 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 drip. Yeah, I have a pretty nasty leak that popped up. Fortunately, I knew Sean would be there in the morning and took care of it. But
pipes
it's not
do this, right? When Sean came over, he said we had like a soft pipe or something, and I'm like, well, sediment things, right? I mean, even if it's made of stainless, like whatever it is, there is. Age beats everything up. Everything in my place was built in 1984. That feels like a minute and a half ago. Then I realized my kid's about to turn 42. He was born in 1984. And I'm thinking to myself, man, 42 years of water going through pipes, 42. And I think the same thing of an air conditioning unit. I think, well, if I just bought it in 2012, I feels like I just bought it a minute ago. No, it's been 14 years. When's the last time you had it serviced? Oh, before COVID. Well, on a hot day, it's going to break.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm the world's worst guy about those filters and stuff. You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, hey, that's the most important thing that you can do. Change your filters, and you're going to be in better shape than most. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things you kind of set it and forget it. It's again not a fun purchase to make, but it's nice when you have somebody you can count on, and you can definitely count on us, and you have been able to for a long, long time.
It is
So
not a sexy business, but when your air
not at all.
conditioner, your heating breaks, or your plumbing's a mess, you need the
Yep.
comfort guys, Farland and Dermer. Zach Dermer is here. They're out in Owings Mills, but they go everywhere, and they give me fun
Yep.
shirts to wear. And they've even tortured Luke with some interesting new gear that he'll be wearing here very soon. You got anything football in your mind? I mean, or is it just gone for a little while? Because like, and next week we're going to get together, you and me, at
Yep.
Greenmount Station. I'm going to be back up with Chris and Dave up at the Greenmount Bowl and Greenmount Station. I'll have some Maryland lottery scratch offs as well. The Orioles play the Angels that afternoon. So when you and I get together, I
Yep.
think Howard Scher's coming out. Casper Wells, former Major League outfielder who was the visionary of the year for Blood Cancer United.
Yep.
He sells insurance for Heller Kowitz as well. So we're gonna give me a little baseball hootenanny next Wednesday. Last game of the
Yep.
9 on the West Coast. And we're gonna get up there. I keep thinking to myself, this thing's falling down the mountain. You've already said you're not going to watch them play this week because they're playing in the middle of the
Yeah.
night. So you get out of the routine. Raskin says he's going to the beach, which means Delaware for him because
Yep.
he's a tax monger on that. Um, People start getting away, right?
Yeah.
I'm planning my Rush Brazilian tour in January. And I love baseball. I hate bad baseball. I hate
Yeah.
feeling like they can't win. Um, and it's very easy to not watch them in July and August if they're 10 games under 500. And I just hope that by the time you and I get together on Wednesday up at Greenmount, that this thing hasn't fallen down the mountain this weekend at Dodger Stadium because they're in peril. I mean,
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
as as a franchise, as an organization, with the strike coming, with these owners that clearly don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They don't have a grip on this. Katie Griggs, there's no grip on this. The
Yep.
manager looks in over his head. I've
Yeah.
already fired the general manager. Their superstars languishing. This is football season's around the corner quickly, and we're all going to be into football season,
Yep.
whether the Orioles are winning or not,
Oh,
because I
absolutely.
think we all do believe deep down, and we won't know until we know September 13th. They don't play for 90 days.
Yeah.
We think they're going to be a good football team. So at least we have that. And I guess when the Orioles fall apart, there is the fact that we're going to have a real football season here this year for sure.
Yeah. You can always count on the Ravens to at least be relevant. Um, they might not be perfect, but they should have a good year. I mean, if everything clicks, there's no reason they don't contend. So
Have you
it's a
thought
lot
about
better
Max
than the
Crosby
Orioles.
at all or no?
Uh, it'll be interesting. We don't play the Raiders this year, right?
No.
So yeah, that would be quite the battle.
I had JT the Brick on last week. Before I went to Vegas, I called him, had him on. He wasn't in Vegas. We didn't hang out, but I mean, he laid into DaCosta. And if you saw the Max Crosby podcast when he talked about flying
Yeah,
into Dulles
yeah,
and
it was
and
iffy.
being driven to Owings Mills and then not greeted,
Yeah,
man, it just
I guess
smells
Bisciotti
like the
couldn't
way
spare
you
some
would not want to
smells.
treat your customers at Farnell and Dermer, or the way that
No,
I would not want to treat you as my sponsor at Farnell and Dermer.
no, of course
Like
not.
I just I, the level of arrogance is it's on display for everyone. The fact that
Yeah,
I'm thrown out, the fact that Bisciotti disappeared, the fact that Bisciotti watched the press conference for his coach and didn't even get up and put his arm around the coach and say, "This is my guy." Like
yeah,
it's just very. They're going to. By the way, they're going to Rio. Raskin
yep.
announced that he's going to Rio with them.
Okay.
You know anybody that's going to
Um,
Rio?
not that I know of, but I'm sure many people are
Somebody's
going to go.
going, right? People are
Oh yeah,
going.
yeah. I back in my day, I would maybe consider going, but I know you've been to that area and don't have great things to say about it. I mean, is it not the safest? Is that right? Or
We live in Baltimore, so like I can't,
true,
it's
true.
all
It's all relative.
a couple things I'll say about traveling, just because you
Yep.
ask and people ask me this, and like we're friends. If we were out at a bar having a beer, I'd tell you this. The perception of America and safety in America is that we're the most unsafe place on earth because we kill each
Yeah.
other and we all have guns. We have a lot of guns. We have more
Yeah.
guns than we love our guns.
Yep.
Um, and the thing about rolling around South America, for me as a dude just walking around, um, getting mugged, having your cell phone taken, um, getting kidnapped, that's a whole different game in South
Yeah. We
America. But Well, I mean, I'm just speaking out loud. Kidnappings happen here. Ask Savannah Guthrie's mother, right? Like,
Yep.
I mean, like that happens here too.
Sure.
But down there, everybody doesn't have a gun. So,
Yeah.
so the notion that I'm in Las Vegas last week outside of Mandalay Bay, where anybody could be up in the window with a machine gun, like
Yeah, it's
that
scary.
doesn't exist in South America. So there's a thought that you're more unsafe or whatever. Petty crime, pocket crime, kid
Yes.
dropping an ice cream cone on your shoe, you bend over, your wallet's gone.
Yeah, stuff you
Like,
can deal with, move on, and
I don't know about deal with. I don't want to,
yeah,
you know, it was not in my interest to feel violated in South America as I walked through. I did
no,
everything I could do to not have that happen. But I would
sure.
just say, of all the places on earth I've been that have been dodgy, Brazil's dodgy. That's all I'm going to say. The places I've been where you better be, I stayed sober in South America the whole time I was there because I was
Yeah.
alone. And like, even like a second or third drink didn't feel like a really good idea for me. Just
No,
to be
you
aware
want to
of
be
your
alert and
surroundings. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And I think people feel that way. Like, I go to New York, bang, bang. I go to Chicago, bang, bang. I'm like, I live in Baltimore. I drive through West Baltimore. Like, there's
yep.
guns everywhere. Trust
Oh,
me. The
yeah,
mayor will tell me. Anybody will tell you. So I think the level of fear of Brazil is founded, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't go. And I would
sure.
just say it's dodgy. I mean, it's just not like being here. People are
Yeah,
afraid of Jamaica. People are afraid of South Florida.
this is
People are
true.
afraid of things. I,
Yeah,
I, I
exactly.
don't, I don't live my life in, I mean, people are afraid of Inglewood. I was there 5 days ago.
Yeah. You can't let anything hold you back. Yeah,
Yeah,
get
I would
somebody.
tell people go, man, go, but just know that
Yeah,
it's not going to be like being here. That's all.
yeah. Well, whatever it is, hopefully it's a good game. And I think last time we were abroad was that
That did not go well in
yeah, it didn't go
Wembley.
well.
No, we went over 2 years ago. We played over there at
Did we?
Tottenham.
Okay.
We played a
And I'm
game.
thinking of the time we played the
Well,
Jaguars.
that's
Yeah, that
that's
was
what everybody's thinking of. We played
yeah.
over there 2 years. Who did we play? I didn't go, but we played some. We played in
I
Tottenham
don't
2 years ago.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a
hey, if
second
it's a
trip.
good
Well,
okay.
hey, dude, this is going to be annual, right? This
Yeah.
league is going to. We're going to be the next ones playing in Sydney,
Yeah.
or
Oh, absolutely.
you know, Brazil this year. I think they get a year or two off, like part of the rotation. But
Sure.
once they go to the 18 game schedule, they're
Then
going to play
everybody.
2 games.
Yep. Okay.
They're going to wind up playing all over the place. You know what? I'm really kind of shocked that they haven't played in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm shocked they haven't taken a game across lately. I mean, they took Buffalo over there. Now they got the new stadium. They'll never play in Toronto again,
No.
because they're playing in Buffalo. So,
Yep.
this expression of moving them places, Tokyo, other places that they could play, that's awesome as a fan. I think as a Raven
Yeah.
fan, if I were doing trips still, would I do a Brazil trip? Maybe, but I would be very concerned about my patrons, taking my
Sure.
patrons to Brazil. I took 230 people to London in
Oh well.
2017.
Okay.
I would feel very concerned taking people to Brazil. Just to, you have to get your visa. There's a lot of things you got to do
Oh yeah.
that are above and beyond in regard to tour groups taking them to a place like Brazil for me. And I'm
Okay.
not a tour operator,
Yeah.
so
No, exactly.
I was a
Cool.
fan that ran buses. Like you're a fan that runs air conditioning and heating. Zach Dermer's here. He
Yes,
is
sir.
the what's your title there? You have official title? Chief Cook Bottle
Oh,
Wash?
yeah, exactly. Anything. We wear multiple hats. We don't do titles around here, but
All right. Well, I'll
yeah.
call you 410-367-7777. Heating, air conditioning, and plumbing. And it's that time of the year. It's going to be 102 one day soon. And when it
Yeah.
does, why do air conditions break? Can you?
I mean just like anything else with a car. I mean, just the more miles you get on it, it just yeah, things happen, things get loose. Um, when a unit when it's 100 degrees outside, obviously that unit is running pretty much nonstop to cool your house, and things
And it hasn't
overheat.
run in a
Correct.
while either, right?
They
Like
lay
you
dormant.
literally are beating on the thing
Yeah.
after a beautiful day like today.
Yep.
I slept with my air conditioning off last night. That pisses you off, I know. BGE too, by the way.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
exactly.
definitely saved me money, so I'm happy. But
No
my
doubt.
whole thing is I'm not using it. I'm not using it. That's
Yep.
good. But then
Sure.
when you turn it on, it's pedal to the metal on a
Yep.
really hot day, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And it's coming. I mean, I think Thursday's supposed to be 90, 92, 93. One thing, and just kind of a helpful tip for our listeners here, when it is hot, many people do this just to, save a couple bucks when in reality it doesn't. If it's very hot and it's going to be hot for several days, you want to keep that unit running at kind of a steady temperature. A lot of people set it back at night or, during the day if they're not home. but then the unit has to work so much harder to get back to the temperature.
I see
Um,
what you're saying.
and that's
Okay.
where we see a lot of units
See,
break down,
people
just
sleep at night. Like science would say you want to be
cold.
cold when you sleep,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I had friends of mine that we did this science experiment like 20 years. They invited me and my wife to sleep at their house,
Yep.
and they lived out in the Midwest, and they kept their place. It was so cold in their house, like I couldn't believe it. Like it
Yeah.
was unbelievable how, like in the 60s, and I'm
Oh, yeah.
thinking that's not my
That's what
Venezuelan
I,
blood does not
yeah.
roll like that. Like, and I know, and my wife thinks like that because she reads books, and I'm like,
Sure.
and yeah, she's postmenopausal. We're completely different temperatures.
Yep.
You know, I got the heater on in the bed, and she's half naked, and it's
Yep.
48 degrees in the house, right? So like, we were totally different in that
Sure.
way. But that is a fascinating study for because she does have it set different day at night. Like she
Yeah.
has like a 10 o'clock setting on it for it to go down a degree or two because she needs it.
Yep.
She can't sleep. She got to work,
Yeah.
you know.
Well,
And
I
so I
get
freeze
that.
my ass off and I sleep in a sweatshirt with a heater on in the bed.
Yep.
I'm like, we have a heater on sides of the bed. You see, I'm not
Yeah.
making that up. Like
Yep.
we have two different little units, right? So, but that feels like a very normal thing to do that
Oh,
people
yeah.
that read want to sleep at a cooler temperature
Yep.
and it's already cooler at night to begin with because the sun's not shining.
Correct.
So you're saying you want a 24-hour.
You keep it steady. And also for, a lot of times people are uncomfortable because the humidity creeps up. And obviously you don't see that number on the thermostat, it's just temperature. But the longer that unit can run, yes, you're going to pay BG a couple bucks more, but you're going to be comfortable and potentially prevent the unit from breaking down.
Am I
Um,
an idiot for not having it on right now? I mean, like I literally
no, I
turned
mean,
it off because when I open windows at night, I turn
it,
it off. And then I don't turn it on until I get hot as hell. And that happens a lot later when my wife's not here. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
on an 88-degree day, I can in the shade hang with the windows open without
it,
putting it on. And no offense to you or to BGE, but every minute of every day I'm not running that thing.
yeah,
I feel like Spanky and Alfalfa. Like I feel like, yeah, I'm saving money. I'm
yeah,
saving money.
yep,
But then there is the point where if you have an older system and you crank it up on
oh
Thursday and
yeah,
say, oh, I haven't run it in a week, and you go from 0 to 100, that's when I'm going to be
yep,
calling 410-367-7777 and
oh,
here sweating my
absolutely,
nuts off and waiting for Sean to show up and
yeah,
hoping that your same day service is real.
it certainly is. But no,
Same
it's
day
just
service is real unless I call you at like 6:15 p.m.
no. Hey, we'll be there 6:30. We are always there for you. But no, just keep the units running. Yeah, it obviously it's unfortunate to pay BG&E, but you got to pay them anyways. You want to be comfortable. You don't want the
No, I'm
unit to
not
break
doing
down.
it. You can't
Yeah,
talk me into it.
yeah. I mean, I sleep at 61 degrees, so you may, and I'm not even kidding. So
Where do you live?
we're in Reicherstown,
I ain't coming over
and
there. I ain't
yeah, no,
coming anywhere near.
it,
I'm not even gonna go to Glendon if you're keeping your place at 61 degrees.
yeah. Well, we have a mini split, so a ductless unit in our bedroom, just like supplemental. I don't freeze the kids out quite that bad, but we
I
keep it
knew
on
you'd have
61.
some bougie-ish in your house,
Yeah.
being an HVAC
Oh
guy.
yeah.
You'd
You
have
got
the, most renowned HVAC. And look, all I want to do is be comfortable, and I don't want
yep.
to have to call you when a thing breaks and it's 110 degrees. So that's all I'm trying to do.
No
Oh,
doubt.
and I don't want to give BG&E an arm and a leg either.
Understood.
So when you tell me to keep it
Yeah.
on the same setting, all I'm thinking is, you work for the man. You working for BGE, I'm thinking, and
Yeah.
you're like, no, no, no. This is like economically, if you're going to run it on a hot
Yep.
day, I'm not going to open the windows.
Yeah.
I'm
No, I
not
hope not.
opening the windows when it's 77 at night.
You don't want to bake out. Yeah. That's
No, 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 no. I don't want to feel
yeah.
like I'm at war in Nam in a hole in the middle of
No.
no, no, no. I don't want that glaze of sweat over my
Yep.
upper lip like I get when I walk in a yoga class. Like I
Yeah.
don't like being uncomfortable, but there is a point for me
There's a
where like
balance.
it's really expensive to run the unit. I feel that
Oh
way.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
I
your
feel that
HVAC
way
system.
having my light on right here, like just having a
Yeah.
computer running.
Yep. No, but I mean, the HVAC is the biggest user of energy, and it's not even close. It's probably two-thirds of your bill. So I mean, I get that, but it's a balance, and you don't necessarily have to keep it.
Well, mine's off right now. Shame
Yeah.
me for it. God,
You're
shame me.
good. You're
Go
good,
ahead.
sir. Yeah.
Just tell me it's gonna be 92 on Thursday. I'm gonna have to turn it on
Just
eventually.
get ready. Just set an early alarm. Get ready.
All right, Zach Dermer. We're gonna
So
fight about temperature, you and I.
yeah.
I see we have a new war.
There you go.
61 degree.
Feels good. It's not for not health reasons, or it's
What
just
kind of
that's what's
sweatshirt do
comfortable.
you wear?
Oh, I'm no sweatshirt. I'm bare.
61 degrees. My nipples would be cutting glass. What's wrong? I'd be shivering.
Guess my old lady likes it.
I
I don't
wouldn't have
know.
teeth.
No, it's
I'd be at the dentist with broken teeth. 61 degrees.
it's nice. Trust me.
Man, my people are from the equator. I'm Venezuelan, man. I can't, gets below 72. I'm shivering, man. Zach Dermer is here. That's why he's here. He's the comfort guy. So whether you're comfort 72 or
Yeah.
61, they can make you comfortable. They're the comfort guys at Fern and Dermer, 410-367-7777. You can find them out at the comfort guys as well. You hear them, you see them. They put us out on the road on our Maryland Crab Cake Tour. And hey, which one are you taking next week when you come out to Green Mountain Stage? You going to take the horses? You going to take the boardwalk? You going to take the bridge? Or are you going to take the crustaceans? What are you going to take?
Um, let's do the crustaceans.
All right, there you
Most
go.
likely, yeah.
Have you ever been
So
to Blackwater Refuge?
I have not.
And you went
Nope.
to Ocean City last weekend?
Yeah,
You drove right by it. All right, let me give you
I
some good
guess.
advice. I'm not sure if this is the Blackwater Refuge and the Maryland Treasures picture like that, but
Yeah.
it is. So when you get to Cambridge, you go
Okay.
across the Bill Burton Bridge at Cambridge,
Yep.
and you pull into Cambridge, and the road makes that left, right? And
Yep.
there's a Chick-fil-A and a CVS because there's one on every corner, and a Wise
Yep.
and a Royal Farm. You
Yep.
make the right there in Cambridge, and there's a brown sign that says Blackwater Refuge.
Okay.
How old are your kids?
5, 2, and like 6 months.
6 months isn't going to appreciate this, but
Yeah.
five might.
Yeah, my 5 year.
Take a little 30-minute detour and go about
Okay.
12 miles south, right out of Cambridge, and it's the most beautiful place in the state. Like, I didn't really know about it. It looks like a swamp on a Rand McNally map. On a
Okay.
Google map, you can sort of zoom in. It's going down toward Hooper's Island. The
Okay.
Hooper's Island's exit, same exit.
Yep.
But when you go through Blackwater, you will feel like you're in Louisiana. It's
Awesome.
low water,
Yep.
piers, birds, eagles, fish,
Oh yeah.
men
That sounds nice.
fishing,
Yep.
um, farmers that put their fruits and vegetables out on a basket and they just ask you to tip them. You take what you want, leave. It's like
Well,
literally, it's
it's
that
like you're in
kind
a
of
different
experience.
world. Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Drive through there. Take an hour and drive through there, and maybe not yet with your kids, but 5 years from now, when
Yeah.
your kids are
Well.
like
Yeah.
10, 8, and 5, they're
We
going to want
stop
to
all the
get
time,
out of the
anyways.
car
Oh
and they're
yeah.
going to want to look at the fish and like
Yep.
it's cool.
Yeah,
It's
we got to do
awesome.
snack time. We'll stop there. Blackwater Refuge. Okay.
Take a time out, halfway break
Exactly.
right there. Go up the
Yeah.
Suicide Bridge and get a crab cake too, but that's another thing altogether. Zach
Awesome.
Dermer is here. He will come to you and take care of your HVAC, your plumbing needs. He certainly bailed us out back on April Fool's Day. By the way, I haven't heard from Lock and Four. If anybody sees him, tell him I said hello and I still love him. Like I don't hold a grudge. We're
No,
all
of
in the
course not.
same place together on the
Yep.
outside looking in. I am Nestor. We are WNST AM 1570 Towson, Baltimore. We never stop talking. Good advice for your summer HVAC and Baltimore Positive. Stay with us.